Family pleads their case for the regulation of synthetic drugs.
And later, a potential meth lab is currently under investigation.
Good evening, I'm Robert Hackford.
And I'm Olivia Eugenio.
Victor Wilson's death has lawmakers in the New York State Assembly looking to regulate synthetic drugs sold in stores across the state. Wilson drowned in Lake Ontario this past August while under the influence of a form of synthetic marijuana. Synthetic drugs are a mixture of chemicals that cause a hallucinogenic state, but with unpredictable and sometimes deadly side effects. Wilson's family is looking to educate the public on the dangers of synthetic drugs and is appealing to create laws regarding the sale, labeling, and distribution of the drugs.
Breaking news out of Oswego, authorities are investigating a possible mobile meth lab in the city. Oswego police officers stopped a car this evening for traffic violations near East 9th and Bridge Streets when officers discovered materials typically used in the production of methamphetamine. A portion of East 9th Street has been closed off and emergency crews are on the scene. While officials do not believe the vehicle is a mobile meth lab, it is still under investigation.
New York State Casino and Gaming has settled a long-standing land and tax dispute with the Oneida Nation. The altered agreement from last May has been approved today by a U.S. district judge. It allows for the Oneida Nation to have exclusive rights over gaming in central New York, prohibiting non-Indian developers from entering the area. The Cayuga Nation also reserves the right to one day build their own casino. Oneida Nation Representative Ray Halberter has called this agreement collaborative. It is beneficial for all involved.
Governor Andrew Cuomo announced in a press conference tonight a new film house for New York State. New York State and Onondaga County are investing in a new project that will combine nanotechnology and the film industry. Cuomo hopes to start a new industry in the state by using students from the Central New York hub for emerging nano industries. Cuomo says Hollywood will be coming to Onondaga County.
Tomorrow, students will be gathering in Johnson Hall for the essay debates.
Mike Tanzini spoke with the chair of the election committee of SA to let us know what to expect.
The Student Association runs all of the clubs and activities at SUNY Oswego, but what really goes on behind the scenes? Tomorrow night, unopposed candidates, including Student Association presidential candidate Tucker Schultz, will show their true colors at a debate in Johnson Hall. Jill Kranz is the elections subcommittee chair for the Student Association. She says the debate will not only be a great chance to hear students discuss hot-button issues, but also a chance to mingle with the candidates.
And it's nice to just come and see. Even if you're not interested, maybe this is something that you end up really enjoying and you like the debate and you like who's talking and you like what you hear. Maybe you'll enjoy that, or maybe you'll meet someone who is interested at the debate.
One major issue will be discussed, the vote over whether or not the $97 student activities fee will be a mandatory inclusion of tuition or something students will have to pay for out of pocket. In the past, there have been multiple debates, but due to the lack of interest this year, there will only be one debate. Kranz says that it's crucial for younger students to come out and see the debate in order to gain their interest in the Student Association in the future.
Jillian Kranz says that it's very important to hold the debate inside Johnson Hall to try to get some younger students in the campus involved in the Student Association. Reporting for WTOP 10 News in Oswego, I'm Mike Tanzini.
And now we're going to take a quick look at our weather with Christina Reese.
Thank you very much, Robert. Now, as we look at our current conditions, we can see we're sitting comfortably at 16 degrees, but with the wind that's very non-existent, calm right now, it feels just like 16, so it's a much better feel than what we were dealing with last week with those blowing winds. As we look into our regional radar, we can see that we're not the only ones dealing with these spotty showers. The whole state, you see lake effect that's just starting to pop up, and it's mixing throughout the entire state, and this will go into the overnight into early tomorrow morning. But as we look ahead into our 3-day forecast, look at that, sunshine ahead, a nice break from the snow. It'll be out of here by probably Thursday. But will we see more snow pop in during the weekend? I'll have the full forecast coming up in a few minutes. But for right now, I'm going to throw it back to Robert and Olivia at the desk.
Thank you very much, Christina. Tonight was another part of the Sustainability film series.
Our very own Alicia Daddario spoke with Professor Lisa Glidden about the film Even in the Rain.
On the Oswego events calendar for Tuesday night was a film and talkback session presented by Dr. Lisa Glidden. Dr. Glidden is a political science professor here at Oswego and is talking to students about the problems other countries face concerning water sustainability.
It's a fictional film within a film about real-life protests that happened in Bolivia in the early 2000s when the city of Cochabamba privatized its water. So the sustainability series this whole year has been focusing on water.
Dr. Glidden explains the significance of the title and how it relates to what is going on in Bolivia.
Well, and actually the title of the movie comes from one of the rules that the country of Bolivia signed with the company that came in was that all the water had to be purchased through their company, so that you couldn't even collect rainwater. It was illegal to collect rainwater to use for your personal drinking use.
Dominique has an environmental sustainability minor and feels that students are not really aware of what is going on globally.
Granted, there are a lot of domestic issues, but I think it does definitely matter to find out what's going on in other parts of the world, so people aren't just focused on themselves. If they get more information about it or become more educated, maybe they'd be more inspired or motivated to do something about it.
While it is educational, it's very captivating and something you can watch right in the comfort of your own home, as it is available on Netflix. Just type in Even the Rain. Reporting for WTOP 10, I'm Alicia D'Addario.
President Obama's 2015 budget proposal doesn't have everyone smiling. The president's newest budget will take over $600 million from heating aid in central New York. Obama is planning to slash the budget for the Low-Income Heating Assistance Program beginning October 1st. The cutback comes after a 50% increase in requests for LIHEAP from the Onondaga County region this winter.
An information campaign is spreading the fact that drug-addicted babies are 4 times more common in Onondaga County. And with 90% of these women on Medicaid, this means taxpayers are paying for these infants' survival. Intensive care is required for addicted infants and increases the cost of birth from $8,000 to $50,000. A community-wide There Is Hope campaign is starting to raise awareness and prevention methods for these pregnancies.
Everyone's favorite series is back on campus tomorrow. That really gets to the heart of the college life. Pizza with Professionals. Tomorrow from 1 to 2 p.m., lawyer Lorraine Telecki-Petrella of the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection will be in room 141 in the campus center to talk about her career. Petrella earned her bachelor's degree in earth science here at SUNY Oswego in the class of 1966. Students may register for the event at alumni.oswego.edu/pizzaprofessionalslorraine.
As part of the Connect Chamber Music Series, Sheldon Ballroom on the SUNY Oswego campus will be featuring cellist Eleanor Frey in a concert this Wednesday, March 5th. A pre-concert talk will begin at 7 and the performance is from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. The concert costs $15 and $5 for Oswego students with parking included. With period and modern instruments, this concert is sure to interest all ages.
And coming up, we'll have a full look at your forecast with Christina Reese.
And later, we'll also have a full look at your New York State news. Stay tuned, you're watching WTOP 10 News.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back.
If you figure out Jody's gonna
Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Good evening, Oswego. Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christina Reese here to give you a look at your current conditions. Right now we're sitting at 16 degrees, a little chilly, but nothing too bad. As we can see, these winds are calm coming out of the northeast, but still nothing to make it colder than what it is. We're still dealing with some snow, however, but if we take a look into the state temperatures, you can see that we're not the only ones dealing with the cold right now. All across New York, very chilly, but our cold spot we're going to focus on right here in Buffalo in the western New York. But if we want to go a little more south, New York City, 29 degrees, still below freezing, so if they get some precipitation in the area, they're going to get some snow as well. As we take a look into your top weather headlines, spotty snow showers are going to continue into the night, into tomorrow morning. But as we see, the clouds are going to overtake with no snow to fall. And as we look ahead into the weekend, a slight warm-up. I'm talking above freezing, so no snow to even look forward to. As we look into our national radar, we see that there's precipitation all across the western United States. But you can see where that jet stream is, as there is that clearing, and once this snow passes through our area, that's when we're going to start to see those sunnier skies. Continuing into our regional, you will see that all across New York State, it's just full of snow, spanning from Buffalo all the way to our area of Oswego and Syracuse, and you can see it start to flare up a little bit by Watertown and the Tug Hill region as well. Going ahead into tonight, you're going to see it about 12 degrees, a little colder than what it is right now, but still calm winds, so that wind chill won't be a factor. You still need to bundle up, though. It's still very, very cold, and the light snow flurries are going to damper out as you progress into the morning. As we look into our Wednesday, we can see this pressure of high pressure, it's going to sweep its way on through, pushing these snow showers out and bringing in some partly cloudy skies and even some sunshine if we're lucky enough to see some. Looking into tomorrow, 24 degrees, this is where you're going to see those partly cloudy skies and mostly cloudy skies start to take way with no chance of snow, and that's going to take way mostly in the afternoon. The snow will probably damper off by about noon, so about lunchtime. Go out for a little chilly walk. You don't have to worry about snow ruining your outfit and dampening your clothes. But as we look ahead until tomorrow night, that's when that cold is really going to make its last final stand. We're looking at 1 degree. And it's not going to help that those winds out of the northeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour, it's going to make a wind chill at about negative 10 degrees. So this is the day that if you're going out, you definitely have to bundle up hats, mittens, scarves, the whole enchilada. You need to be covered. It'll be a great night to go see the stars, but you definitely have to be covered up to do so. As we look into our later week, we can see that this jet stream is just going to keep on pushing through, but with it, as it does that low pressure is going to push its way on through, and it's going to bring out that snow. That might affect our weekend a little bit, but nothing too bad. As we go ahead into our 5-day, on that, you can see that weekend, that's when you're going to start seeing that nicer weather. The winter weather is starting to push its way out as we look into a warmer temperature span. Excuse me for that pause. But it's definitely going to get better without a chance of snow until Saturday, and it's going to be very mild, nothing more than an inch.
Well, Christina, as soon as you said it was going to be above freezing, I'm thinking shorts. I mean, 33 degrees, I'll be outside shorts and a t-shirt running. How about you guys?
Well, and it's amazing what, even it's just a how many degree difference, maybe 10 degrees, how big of a difference that'll make, that'll dictate whether you're in a full parka or you're in a spring jacket.
Yeah, you can definitely start to bring out the lighter jackets. The weekend you have temperatures around 40, so it's definitely going to be nicer weather. Shorts still might be pushing it a little bit. That wind might bring it down a little bit, but you know what? If you're going for a run, I'm sure your body temperature will just bring it right back up.
Well, thanks so much, Christina. Well, taking a look at your state news, New York mayor and governor held conflicting rallies on education today. Governor Andrew Cuomo addressed thousands of charter school parents and educators on the steps of the state capitol in Albany. He vowed to ensure charter schools would have the money, space, and government support to grow. This comes after Mayor Bill de Blasio decided to stop plans to allow 3 charter schools to use space in public schools. De Blasio attended a separate rally in support of his proposal to raise the taxes on wealthy New Yorkers to pay for pre-kindergarten and after-school programs.
Parade after parade has been rolling down the streets of New Orleans as Mardi Gras is in full swing. You're looking at the crew of Zulu's floats this year. Garen Thomas Mims Sr. and his wife Georgette Lang Mims are the king and queen of Zulu. Other groups, including the crew of Rex and the crew of Lyra, are also getting their moment in the spotlight as part of the parades. Fat Tuesday is the last day of the Carnival season.
President Obama says that although Russia has legitimate interests in Ukraine, it doesn't give it a right to exert influence through force. The president answered questions about the conflict while giving remarks about his budget at an ADC elementary school today. The U.S. plans to give Ukraine's new government a $1 billion loan guarantee. The White House says the money will help insulate the country's economy from the effect of reduced energy subsidies from Russia. President Vladimir Putin says Russia has the right to take all measures in Ukraine.
President Obama is calling for support of his 2015 budget. He unveiled the nearly $4 trillion proposal in Washington today, promising tax breaks for working families.
As Polo Sandoval reports, some Republicans say the proposal just doesn't cut it.
Before addressing the crisis in Ukraine, the president focused on the unveiling of its fiscal year 2015 budget in remarks in Washington.
In my State of the Union address, I laid out an agenda to restore opportunity for all people, to uphold the principle that no matter who you are, no matter where you started, you can make it if you try here in America.
Tax breaks for low and middle-income workers are key components of the president's $4 trillion proposal. He wants to raise the tax burden on the rich to cover the cost of those breaks and reduce deficits.
It also builds on that progress with what we're calling an Opportunity, Growth, and Security Initiative that invests in our economic priorities in a smart way that is fully paid for by making smart spending cuts and closing tax loopholes that right now only benefit the well-off and the well-connected.
Republicans were quick to fire back at the president's plan. In a statement, House Speaker John Boehner said, quote, "The president has offered perhaps his most irresponsible budget yet." He added, American families looking for jobs and opportunity will find only more government in this plan, spending too much, borrowing too much, and taxing too much. It would hurt our economy and cost jobs. Boehner also fears the safety nets and retirement security programs critical to millions of Americans would be jeopardized. The battle for a budget moves to Congress now, where some experts believe the proposal faces a slim chance of approval. In Washington, I'm Polo Sandoval reporting.
3, 2, 1.
And coming up, Imani Cruz will be here to talk about fashion on the Oswego campus.
And later, Christina Reese will be back again to give us a final look at your Class Day forecast.
And we'll take a look at the SUNYAC All-Conference teams for men's and women's basketball. Stay tuned, you're watching WTOP.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Fred.
Rad! Hey pal, you want to pay attention to the road?
Relax, man, I got it.
Look, my man, if your bad driving gets me killed, you better hope you die too, or I will haunt you silly. And I'm not just gonna float over your bed like, woo! I'm gonna be making a more annoying noise, like, ah! And instead of wearing those long white robes, I think I'll wear something more form-fitting and upsetting. The other ghosts will look and be like, wow, we've never seen that before.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Welcome back, everybody. And now we have Amani Cruz with her insight on fashion in Oswego.
Hey Oswego, I got the amazing opportunity to interview someone who has probably caught your eye at least once around campus. Check out our inside look into the fabulous and eccentric life of WTOP's own Charles.
Hey guys, it's Imani Cruz back with another episode of Fashion at Oswego. Here we have Charles, who is going to tell you a little bit more about himself.
Hi, my name is Charles, and I'm a broadcast and mass communication student in a senior. Yeah, I always want to stand out. You know, I never want to blend in. Blending in is boring. So yeah, anything I do to stand out, I do. I get my inspiration from everywhere. I read magazines, I watch fashion shows, and I just picked up my inspiration from different type of places. I'm Ghanaian, I'm from Ghana, West Africa. So anytime I dress up, I like to, add a little pieces of my tribe, accessories.
So you said your style inspiration is where you come from and you want to stand out. Is there anything else that inspires what you wear every day?
I love London. I've never been there, but I love the way they dress. So some of my clothes are from London. It's from a store called ASOS.com. That's where I shop at. Their stuff is pretty affordable.
What is your advice to people who maybe want to break out of their shell?
You don't always have to, spend a lot of money. I actually make some of my clothing with thrift shopping. You see me one day with Michael Kors, like I said before, and then the next you see me wearing something from the thrift store. The shirt actually is from the thrift store down the street. So I just mix it up. You don't have to, spend a whole lot of money just to look nice. But H&M is really good. I like H&M. And Forever 21, the men's section. A lot of guys don't know that Forever 21 has a men's section. Yep, I go there, men's 21. That stuff is really nice too. So men's 21, H&M, and Aldo's for accessories.
So we all know in Oswego the snow is ridiculous. How do you manage to stay fashionable with this weather?
I know, with the cold, I try to, stand out with my scarves and my winter hats. It's really cold and nobody's really checking out for you in the cold, but my scarves have to be on point. That way people notice and like, oh, I like a scarf. Dressing up, you shouldn't try to impress anybody. Just try to do you, because everybody is different, and the way we express ourselves is different. I choose to express myself through the way I dress, and you shouldn't worry about what other people are saying. Just do you. If you want to wear skirts one day, do that. If you want to wear panties one day, do that. Like, who cares? As long as it's not hurting nobody and you're expressing yourself, I say go for it.
Thank you, Charles, for always being yourself and looking fashionable all the time.
Thank you for having me.
So, Amani, does Charles discuss fashion on The Juice? That's the program he hosts.
Yeah, he actually does. He discusses mainly celebrity fashion and social stuff like that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank
really
you so
fun.
much.
No problem.
The 9 Mile Point nuclear station partially shut down this morning. Unit 2 of the Oswego plant was shut down around 2 o'clock this morning because of an electrical failure. The failure was not on the nuclear side and was shut down safely.
Officials are currently investigating the cause of the shutdown and will then repair accordingly. No businesses or homes are expected to be affected in the region.
And now we're going to
Good evening, I'm Leanne Cole. The State University at New York Athletic Conference has announced its men's basketball all-conference teams for the 2013-2014 season. Oswego State senior Daniel Ross has been named to the first team all-conference. Brian Sortino, a freshman on the team, received third team all-conference honors. Ross led the Lakers scoring, averaging 18.5 points per game and ending the season with over 500 points scored. The Syracuse native also made it to the free throw line quite a bit, ranking 16th in the country, while ranking in the top 50 for free throws made with 133. Brian Sortino played well in his freshman campaign, averaging the second most points per game, trailing senior teammate Daniel Ross. The State University of New York Athletic Conference also announced the women's basketball all-conference teams for 2013-2014 season. Representing Oswego State is senior Jen Robbins with a third team all-conference selection. Robbins led the Lakers this season in scoring, averaging 17.3 points per game, which ranked third in the conference. She also led the team with assists with 70, which was good, with 8th in the SUNYAC. Robbins transferred her junior year, and her points combined from both institutions entered her into the 1,000 points club. In her career, Robbins finished with a total of 1,314 points. Now taking a look at the world of hockey, the Florida Panthers pulled off the highest profile move on a busy NHL trading day when they reacquired goalie Roberto Luongo from the Vancouver Canucks. The Panthers gave up goalie prospect Jacob Markstrom and center Sean Mathis. They also got back minor league forward Stephen Anthony. 8 seasons ago, Luongo had been traded from the Panthers to the Canucks. He will be sharing net with Tim Thomas, who bested him in the 2011 Stanley Cup Final while a member of the Boston Bruins. Back to more local sports news, the Syracuse University men's basketball team hosted Georgia Tech tonight at the Carrier Dome. At halftime, Syracuse was trailing Georgia Tech with a score 31-23. Syracuse didn't come back in time after the half to grasp the win, losing to Georgia Tech 67-62. Senior C.J. Fair scored the most points in tonight's game with 28. Freshman Tyler Ennis had 7 assists, and Rakeem Christmas had 10 rebounds, leading the team. Syracuse will face Florida State this Sunday at 2 p.m. in Florida.
Well, thank you so much, Leanne. We're going to take a quick break, but after, we're going to take a look at the lighter side of news.
Don't touch that remote. You're watching WTOP 10 News.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, friends to go out with on a Saturday night, friends to hang out with and do nothing, friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Teaching a kid football is one thing. Keeping a kid in school, that's the name of my game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.